What's up, chess friends? And what an epic end we had to the Tata Steel Chess Tournament 2021, where Dutch star and 21-year-old Jorden Van Foreest won his first Super Tournament, beating his compatriot Anish Giri and winning the tournament in style in an Armageddon game. Who would have thought this could have happened at the start of the event? Like, Jordan started in the bottom half, and absolutely no one expected him to win this event, and he had a dream run, stayed undefeated, and played beautiful, enterprising, attacking chess to bring home the goods. So let's quickly check in with the final standings that happened. So we had 13 rounds of classical chess. In the end, it was Van Foreest and Anish Giri who ended with 8.5 out of 9. This is like one of the lower scores that we have seen, because normally Magnus Carlsen, who has won this event 7 times, generally gets it around the 9 point score, or even sometimes 10 that Caruana achieved last year. Later on, Esipenko had a dream run, the darling of the event, beating Magnus Carlsen. Such a memorable event for him. Sadly, Firouzja, neither Caruana could win their last round games, whereas Magnus Carlsen winning a nice last round game against MVL, who had a regrettable event. And meanwhile, Indian hope Harikrishna ended with his starting seeding and alone on 6.5 out of 13 with exact 50%. Good news for Jorden Van Foreest and Esipenko is also they have increased substantial rating points to enter the elite super GM level, that is a 2700 club. So big congratulations to them as well. But let's take to the man of the moment and just check what happened. Like, if you are confused or you just didn't know what exactly happened yesterday at Tata Steel, here is your answer. So Anish Giri was leading the event throughout, like from the start, had never had any hiccup, no losses, always in the lead. He could have won the event yesterday when he was about to beat Firouzja, but he misplayed it. Today he had a good chance to beat David Anton Goyaro. He was a pawn up, but he misplaced that as well. But in the end, Jorden Van Foreest, who was half a point behind, beat Swedish star Nils Grandelius and joined Anish at the top of the leaderboard with 8.5 out of 13, and both of them, uh, like, they could have been joined by other players, but their tiebreak scores were the best. So in case of even a Firouzja win, it wouldn't have mattered, as these two players would have played an Armageddon, would have played a Blitz game, and if those Blitz games were tight, they would have played an Armageddon no matter what. And big good news was, it is after 35 long years that a Dutchman is winning the prestigious Tata Steel Festival, which is known as the Wimbledon of chess. Last was Jan Timman, the Dutch legend, winning it in 1985. And again, if you go back to 1981, it was where Dutch players finished 1 and 2, and exactly that's what happened here. And we'll just quickly explain the format. So it was 2 Blitz games, and if both the Blitz games were a draw, we head to an Armageddon, and Armageddon is where one of the players, that is a black player, will have 1 minute less. So let's quickly check in what happened in the first Armageddon game here.
Checkmates, and so that the bishop on
Yeah.
h3, even though it
And this is draw.
rook takes c2.
Thanks.
I thought that was like a mouse slip on the relay end, but it makes
Okay.
sense. So liquid.
We saw the end of the Armageddon there, and it was a crazy finish. The round one of the Armageddon, of the tiebreak, going ending in a draw, and you see the players played on the Bear Kings, and you saw the scramble. It is going to be very important, because that scramble repeated again in round 2 as well. So let's quickly check in the finish of the second tiebreak game.
B pawn.
Oh my god, 3 seconds. Oh,
Oh,
he
barely
made the
getting
move
moves
on
off.
2 seconds.
Yes, okay, he's gaining time.
Okay.
We see this clock going up.
Getting time.
He's actually in a. Okay, now they
Yeah.
agreed on a draw. But if I were Jordan, I'm.
And here you saw, like, both the players repeating the moves, finally just acknowledging, okay, let's take a draw, let's go to the Armageddon. And that is what happened. So a very interesting moment here in the tournament and in Jorden Van Foreest's life, as he was given the choice to choose the color of the pieces that he wanted, and he picked black Remember, Anish is known for his drawing tendencies and had to win. So the Armageddon is basically white has 5 minutes versus black has 4 minutes until the end of 60 moves, and white has to win. White has to win no matter what, even if black manages to draw by any way, any legal way, he wins the event and is the champion of Tata Steel. So let's quickly check in with the game of the Armageddon year. It started off with uh, the London system that Anish employed, and a quick development ensured that both the sides were in known territory. But it was, I think, around year where Anish really had the clamp on the queen side with his knights coming into c5. Everybody liked White's position here and almost predicted Anish would get his first ever super tournament win. I know he's won Dan Zhao, the Chinese super tournament, but like the first elite super tournament that we are talking about here. And he looked so good at some point. Look at this bind. Nothing can come here. This bishop is a sitting duck here. And I mean, it looks so good for Anish. And he picks up a pawn, and this pawn is very close to queening, but I think somewhere around here Anish manages to blunder stuff, because in the interview he said that he missed this move. Like, he just thought you could take this, but after knight d4 the point is you can't queen because I have a check. You go here, I still don't take your queen, I take this check, and then I take back the queen, and in fact I am a pawn up. So it was knight into d4 that the move Anish missed, and it probably cost him the event. And here, after taking this, it's just again black is a pawn up, and in fact black just needs a draw to win the event and the game. So a little more tickle here, and of course Anish won't give up. And we have the time factor, guys. There is no increment, so the players have started banging the clocks around here, and a little bit of more tickle. Finally Anish takes, and now Jorden blunders again. He has to be careful about this, so he plays g6. That's fine, and f6. Rook goes back, and now even in this position suddenly he loses the a6 pawn. I mean, what an end. And you won't believe what happened in the end. As a check, you can see a little bit of repetition, and here out of the blue just Jorden takes this with check, giving up a piece, but it's around like 5 seconds versus 5 seconds at this point, going down to the absolute wire. And in the end here it is Jorden whose pawn is queening. It's just so absurd, this end for a super tournament, and it's just winning. People thought maybe Anish lost on time, or he forgot that he will get increment after the 60th move, but he just was expecting another 50th move. Whatever it is, whatever said and done, there were even some pieces dropped and stuff, but in the end it is Jorden Van Foreest who wins the event. Clean, fair and square. He is getting a new baby girl on g1, and he is getting in the W and the title that he is going to not take back home, because he is from the Netherlands himself. But what an achievement. Even his great grandfather was a Dutch champion, his brother is a GM, his even sister is a very upcoming star in the Netherlands. What a great feeling for this chess family in the Netherlands. And let's quickly show you what happened at the very end in the Armageddon that you're going to absolutely enjoy.
Anish is winning.
White won a bishop.
White won a bishop. Is he in time?
I think
he
is.
60.
It's move 58. It's move
He
58.
lost on time?
Oh my gosh, he lost on time on move 58. And he was almost there.
Jesus Christ, he lost on time.
Oh my gosh. That was a ridiculous time scramble.
Did he lose on time?
He lost in time.
Yes, he lost on time. Such a drama.
Wow.
We have the winner of the tournament, and it is Jorden Van Foreest winning the dramatic Armageddon in a lost position. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And guys, the winner of the Tata Steel Masters, Jorden Van Foreest. Look at him. This picture was taken immediately after he won the event, and all smiles here. Let's quickly check in what he had to say here. So he says, playing as a kid in amateur sections, I always dreamed of playing with the world's best at Tata Steel. not in my wildest dreams would have expected to ever win it one day. Such true words and from the heart coming from the champion here, and he's going to be a household name now. He's breached the 2700 barrier. Now it's first time in the history of Dutch chess that there are two chess players above the rating of 2700. And I also did a little bit of research myself for you guys and brought to you a nice journey of him. So Van Foreest, 21-year-old again, turns 22 in April, and he started off with the Tata Steel event in 2016 in the Challengers, that is the B group that we had earlier, but it's called the Challengers now. He finished 7th and he played as an IM. Then in 2017 he finished 12th, that is way behind. 2018 he finished 5th. Without winning, because of his high rating, he was promoted to the Masters. Then in 2019 he finished 13th out of 14 players. Just imagine, 2 years ago this boy just finished 13 out of 14 players, and then last year was his breakout year where he just reached the higher 2600s and managed an excellent 4th position. And in the end, this year he finished as the champion of the Tata Steel, and also he won the event and crossed 2700. So a very very nice end to the Tata Steel for him. And as well, thank you so much everyone. It was a blast covering these recaps, and I hope you guys had as much as fun as I had doing them. And again, do follow Jorden Van Foreest as well on all his social medias. We'll just link it in the description, and we'll see you around for POC Jams that are starting on chess.com on Valentine's Day, that is 14th of Feb. See you guys, and